Now, to give you all an insight into, I suppose, how I'm feeling at the minute, or my life sometimes, or what I have to deal with. You know, you could say from an outsider's point of view, some could say I have it all. You know, on most days it feels like I have it all, but you know, I deal with demons just like most of you. You know, when that mental illness gets you, some days it just fucking gets hold of you. It just don't let you go. You know, it grips hold of me just as tight as it does with you. Life sometimes happens just as harsh for me as it sometimes does for you. To give you an idea, on Friday I had one of the biggest meetings of my life. You know, I had Natalie there, I had my brother there, and just after the meeting, my little brother Harry pulls me aside and he goes, "Aaron, I need to have a word with you." This is like 10 o'clock at night. I said, "What's up?" He says, "Grandad." I said, what about Grandad?" He said, Grandad ain't too good. Now, I don't know, you know, like maybe some of your relatives out there, but my granddad is like a strong man. So when you hear that he's not very well, you just presume, you know, he'll be all right. But not this time. He's been issued end of life medication. Now, I had the coffee shop opening in Peterborough the following day on a Saturday. Now, of course, I made that mistake of thinking, you know, family's family, even though I don't speak to a lot of my family. You know, I only speak to my granddad, my grandmother, and then I create my own family, which is my team. You know, I distance myself from people I don't particularly get on with, or don't socialise with, or don't like. But I made that mistake of thinking that family would be there for family. So I went to the coffee shop, done my meet and greet. Nobody was any wiser. I'm glad I did go to the coffee shop, and the reason why I still went to the coffee shop opening is because I had people travelling from London, travelling from Scotland, and it means a lot to some people meeting me. Fuck knows why, I still don't get it, but it does. And I'm glad I did, because then I met this 14-year-old girl who came in with her mum. She couldn't even speak to me, she was that nervous, but she gave me a letter, and in this letter it told me about all of this horrific things that she suffered with, but also on how it put her in such a state she started self-harming. And some of my videos have given her the inspiration and to start fighting her own demons. She's gone back to school, she's now faced the bully, she now has a bigger relationship with her mother than what she's ever had before. So me just going that day made a difference. So straight after the coffee shop, I went straight to Bedford. Met my brother Calvin there, and like I said, we made that mistake of presuming other people would be comforting my granddad. So we go in, and there's no one from granddad's side of the family there. Absolutely fucking no one. So over the last 3 days now, I've been there with my granddad, helping him piss, helping him shit, picking him up for the nurses, comforting him, making him laugh, because that's what we do. So what's the purpose of this video? What's the purpose of this video, Ryan? I don't know. A lot of people, you know, say that, you know, that common saying, family first. Family first. But my granddad thought that. Family means fuck all. Blood means fuck all. I can tell you that now. You pick your own family. My team is my family. If you spend your life relying on other people, you are setting yourself up to be let down. That is a fact of life. So you could say, well, why do you trust your team so much? I trust my team so much because I put myself in a position where they rely on me. And I know me. And I don't let them down. That then creates loyalty. That then creates respect. That then builds a team with such a bond. It's fucking unbreakable. I have my grandmother. I have my granddad. I still have him at the minute, albeit any day now. And I have my team around me. Anybody outside that, whether they're blood or not, doesn't mean anything to me. So today is one of them days where I'm training because it's a state of mind. Now, just like some of my videos on training help people, maybe this video has hit home and sort of helped explain maybe a lot of personal things that you've got going on at the minute. Maybe it explains it a bit better. Maybe you're thinking, you know what, he's got a fucking point there. Yeah. Start thinking of number one. When you think of number one and you start making yourself physically stronger, you start making yourself financially stronger, you put yourself in a better position in life, you can then support the ones around you that you care about, but be very fucking selective on who them people are. Of course, your kids are a given. The people that were there for you, like my grandmother, my granddad, they're a given. You never forget the ones that were there for you. Everybody else, even the ones in my fucking team now, everybody, including my own brother, my own sister, I made them prove themselves to me.
There's a saying, water's thicker than blood. Is that it?
No, you fucked that up, didn't you, Ryan?
Oh.
Blood is thicker than water. That's the saying. Oh. Which completely contradicts everything I just fucking said.
But it's not always true,
Everyone loves Ryan. Ryan's learning though. This is good. Ryan's learned to become part of the team. No, that's my point, Ryan. Naturally, I'm glad you said that. That's a common saying. Blood's thicker than water. It means fuck all. It means fuck all. Darren, you all right? Training for me is a state of mind. Picking up a heavy weight and throwing it, screaming in the gym, that's not fucking impressive to me. Picking up a heavy weight, controlling it, repping it, that's fucking impressive. Controlled aggression. Now, if it wasn't for the gym, I would be a different person to what I am now. Hello, mate. Now you could say, well, how's that, Aaron? Because you ended up in prison. You ended up fucking up in life. Yes, I did. But now think about it. How bad would I have actually been if it wasn't for the gym? You know? Gives you it gives you an opportunity to practice and teach yourself and learn self-control. You can channel emotions, you can channel aggression in the right ways. Early morning session today, then mid-morning got a meeting, then come dinner time, back in Bedford, whole this afternoon and this evening, telling my granddad some shit jokes. I don't know, there's a lot of people out there that have gone through this with people they care about. One thing I will say is if you've never gone through this, or maybe you are going through this, even though they can't talk, they can't answer you, it looks like they're not listening. I tell you now, they fucking are. They are. He hasn't been able to say anything at all to anyone. You can see he's trying to talk, but he can't get what he wants out. And I said something to him yesterday, and he woke up like a fucking exorcist and looked at me and replied to me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and tell him some shit, not jokes, and annoy the shit out of him. Hopefully, I've put things into perspective, and I've made you all think a little differently today. Hence why I haven't posted over the last couple of days much. So I do apologise, but I will be back on it. As soon as I get time, really. Remember, you could say, take your time, it's not all about, listen, life goes on, you've still got to carry on with your business. Maybe you're a window cleaner, maybe you're a plumber, maybe you're somebody, if you don't work, you don't get paid, Being sick isn't an option, really. People around you that are not very well, yes, you can help, you can do everything you want, you can make time for that, but you still have to carry on with day-to-day life. Life still goes on, and that sounds harsh, but that's a fucking fact, because you still have other people in your life that you care about to support. So you can't just crumble, you can't just go into a self-destruct mode, you can't start pitying yourself. That isn't an option. It isn't an option. What you can do is you can do your best to support the ones that you love around you, and then of course carry on each and every day just like the day before. That's it, Al. Training, baby.